to Brewers Sports Show. Today I have Avery Roberts and Junior Bullet here today to discuss FAU football, college football, and the NFL. So the Owls are 0-3. Another week, another loss. Guys, I know it's annoying to talk about, but what's the reason for this loss?
Well, one word is turnovers. The Owls had 5 of them, which you cannot win giving the ball away that many times. The defense played superb, only allowing 10 points. But if you look at the turnovers, 23 points came off turnovers, and you just will never win a football game turning the ball over 5 times in a game.
I agree with Junior. The turnovers need to stop, but also it's the maturity of the team. You got a freshman quarterback who doesn't have real experience. The defense is riddled with freshmen, so as the game went on, it kind of sort of broke down. So once they sort of mature and grow up, I feel like we'll have a chance to win some games.
Speaking of the freshman quarterback, Jason Driscoll started for the injured Jacquez Johnson this past Saturday. It was his first collegiate start, and he kept on missing targets. He actually threw the ball 26 for 55 times, surpassing Rusty Smith's record. So are you guys surprised that he threw the ball that much?
I am, because the way the offense is run is more run heavy. So I was surprised when he dropped back 55 times. But I can see why they did it, because we kept fumbling the ball on run plays, so you got to do something to counteract that.
Well, our running game wasn't the best at that game. If you look at Greg Howell, was our leading rushing yard, and he only had 72 yards. So when your running game is not moving, then you have to get something going on offense, and the only option was Driscoll. And that's the reason why he threw 29 passes off target and only 26 on target. But he's only a freshman. He's got to take it game by game, get better as the season goes on, and just mature along with the team. And I believe that as soon as he starts to mature, then he will get better and we will start winning some games.
So you think Driscoll can lead the team to victory?
I really believe so. But you got to give him time to mature, take it game by game, get better every game, get better every day of practice, watch films, everything like that, and that will lead the Owls to victory.
Avery?
Yes, I do, but not yet. I feel like he needs one more year to mature, to catch up for him to catch up to the speed of the game. So he's good while Quez is hurt, but right now I'm waiting for Quez to come back, because he's got the proven leadership, he's got the experience, he's got the intangibles, so that's all.
So Owls begins the conference play this Saturday against Charlotte. I know it's the beginning of the conference schedule, but do you guys think the season's over? Junior?
No, it's definitely not over. If the offense play as well as it did last game, only allowing 10 points, then you get the offense moving, then the season is definitely not over. But they absolutely have to cut down on the turnover. 10 turnovers in the past 2 games, and they had 0 against Tulsa in week 1, and they put up 44 points. So they have to cut down on the turnovers.
So why do you think turnover's been an issue lately?
Well, because Jacquez Johnson went down. The leadership, the maturity went down against Miami, and you brought in Driscoll, who has no game experience, and it just moved too fast for him. So he's only a freshman, only his first start against Buffalo, so you got to give him time to improve, to mature, like I said, and cut down on the turnovers, make smart decisions, and the victories will follow.
Avery?
I don't think the season's over. Just like head coach Charlie Partridge said, it's a new season. Conference season is completely different. If you went out in the conference, even if you lose every game before conference season, you still go bowling.
Okay. So let's talk about some college football now, non-FAU. So the first game is Nebraska at UM. Nebraska scored 10 points in the first 3 quarters, but in the fourth quarter, different story. So I thought Nebraska I thought the game started in the fourth quarter. But what happened in Sun Life Stadium? Avery?
They got comfortable. When you get a big lead like that, players tend to just lack off and just wait for the game to end, and Nebraska capitalized on that. So when they saw they were getting comfortable, after they started completing more passes, the quarterback got hot, and then when it came down to it, they couldn't stop him.
Well, basically what happened was Miami gave Nebraska the game in the fourth quarter, then Nebraska gave it right back in overtime. Tommy Armstrong Jr., he came alive in that fourth quarter, leading them to 23 points. But he made a crucial mistake in that overtime, throwing that interception, and then a key penalty against the Nebraska defense, and that was game.
So let's talk about Ole Miss at Alabama. For the second year in a row, Ole Miss defeated Alabama. Do you guys think Ole Miss is underrated?
No, I do not think they're under. I think they're rated exactly the way it should be, because you take a couple plays, like the lucky touchdown pass that they got, take that away, it's a completely different ball game. Alabama can come out on top, but that's why you play the game.
Well, I think before the game they were kind of underrated. You know, it was all about the SEC was all about Alabama, and Ole Miss was second. But after that game, after such a gut check win like that, the SEC has a new alpha dog, and it's Ole Miss now, and they're absolutely rated the exact amount they should be after the win against Alabama.
Let's jump to the pros. Cowboys quarterback Tony Romo fractured his clavicle. Do you guys think the Cowboys can survive without Romo?
They can survive. It depends when Dez Bryant comes back, because a player like Dez Bryant changes the whole way you plan your defense.
But Dez Bryant's out, 8 weeks?
Also 6 to 8 weeks.
6 to 8 weeks.
So when he comes back, it's different. But before that, I don't think they can.
But what is the Cowboys going to do without now Dez and Romo?
They got to offensively. They have to plan to Brandon Whedon's strength. So.
Do you see them winning any more games between Dez and Romo being down?
They'll win, but they won't win as many as they should, strictly because the talent is not there. With Jason Witten doubtful for this week, you got Dez hurt, you got Tony Romo hurt. They're just depleted on offense.
Will they win the division?
Can't say this. It's too early in the season to tell.
Junior?
Well, I think in the regular season they'll be fine, because if you look at the NFC East, the Giants are 0-2, gave away 2 games. The Eagles are 0-2, and the Redskins are 1-1. So in the regular season, I think they'll be fine. I believe they will win the NFC East. However, they will have to rely heavily on the ground game, on the running game. They have to find a way to get offense, and they can't rely on the backup quarterback and also without your top receiver. So in the regular season, they'll be fine. But when it comes to playoff times, if Tony Romo and Dez Bryant are not healthy, or either one of them, they won't make it far.
Let's keep talking about the Cowboys. The Cowboys at Eagles, running back DeMarco Murray had 13 carries for 2 yards when he went back to face his old team. What happened to Murray?
Well, I think Chip Kelly is not adapting to DeMarcus Murray's style. Because if you're looking, when he was in Dallas, Jason Garrett, he put in a style for him where he runs forward. Chip Kelly making him run sideways, and when you're running sideways from the line of scrimmage, you're already losing 5 to 6 yards. And when your offensive line is not that great, the defenders, they're going to get to you fast. They're going to get to you quick, and you're going to lose yards. He had negative 9 yards to 3 quarters. So Chip Kelly has to do a better job of adapting to DeMarcus Murray's style, but DeMarco Murray has to get it going. He has to, absolutely.
I agree with Junior. He's not a good fit for the offense. He's more of a ground and pound, go downhill type of runner. And Chip Kelly's offense is more like for the finesse, the smaller, faster finesse back. So either DeMarco's got to learn to run like that, or Chip Kelly has to dial his ego back a little bit and adapt his offense to DeMarco for them to be successful.
I just can't believe last year's season lead rusher is like having the worst start ever. Okay, so next topic. So the NFL upsets. The Jaguars, Redskins, Raiders, Browns, and Bucks all won. They match up this past week. Who was your biggest upset?
My biggest upset was the Raiders, because nobody gave them a chance to win against Baltimore. Nobody, but they did.
It was a shootout.
Exactly. But Derek Carr, he has really improved. And Amari Cooper, he's maybe one of the best young receivers in the game right now. But on the other side, the Ravens, they're scratching their head right now, 0-2. They have to get something going. They have to get wins. They have to start winning. Otherwise, it's going to be another tough season for them.
Maybe.
I'm going to go off one you didn't say. I'm going to go with the Jets and Colts, because the Colts are a Super Bowl contending team. Many people had them winning 13 games, and now they started 0-2. Given the Jets have a top 5 caliber defense, the Colts have one of the best quarterbacks in the game, and when he throws 3 interceptions and fumbles the ball, it's just, I have no words for it.
Well, this concludes this episode of The Panel. I'm Daphne August. Thank you for watching.